So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Before we see this next possession, you and I were talking before the game about the AFC playoff picture. You got the Pats and the Steelers at 7-2. Those are your best records in that conference. Chiefs at 6-3. Really, they're running away with the AFC West.
Yeah, and that's a surprise, isn't it? Because in preseason, we all, I shouldn't say all, but most of us probably thought the AFC West was the toughest division in football. But Denver's fallen off the pace. The Raiders have been a little bit of a disappointment, and the Chargers just can't gain traction. So right now, it's Kansas City's division to lose. And if they get home field, could you imagine all those teams having to visit Kansas City? One of the best atmospheres in the game.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. Henry's got it out on the left side. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Jalen Smith in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. He's got his man on the crossing route. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. To throw on third down, Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. And he is knocked down and then landed on pretty awkwardly. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 more yards there and another first down. From the red zone now, Rivers. Flushed out right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
No back out now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
finds an opening past the 40. And he's got some space here. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. A big run that time by Elliott. 71 yards. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past them? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
From the 2-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll try to run it with Morris. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Rivers now after the fumble recovery. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Rivers to throw it. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Allen's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. A first down throw here for Rivers. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
That one, 28 yards on the ground.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Second down, Rivers. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He completes it to Henry. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Novak's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And out now come the Cowboys. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go. 1,
Room here to run. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on second down and 3.
Here we go.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A first down carry by Elliott. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Prescott now on second down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 36. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. A second down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup at 13 sets them up 1st and goal. Halfback sent in motion. Now Prescott. Now he's flushed out left. Touchdown, Dallas Cowboys. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Here's Prescott. And this one's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Now, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they're able to get this one down to the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. Throwing Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
So the Pigskin will move from the 2 down to the 1.
And I have not met an offensive line yet that doesn't think they can get it in from the 1-yard line on a running play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. Well, you have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing. Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here. No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one. But I don't think they're built like that. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game. And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
No back out now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly. But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And then get it down.
It's 3rd down, 6 yards to go for the offense. They'll give to Elliott. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided. To run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's got it. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab the nugget when I can.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Red zone opportunity. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory. Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing. Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Well, you talk about clutch right down the pipe, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
And he didn't leave much doubt there, did he? Good snap, good hold, and that one was dead center.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Kyle Emanuel leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he's brought down after a good gain. That goes for a gain of 31.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Throwing, Prescott. Room to run inside the 40. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Bryant. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Second down, Prescott. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Kyle Emanuel in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. In motion right is Bryant. Prescott on 4th down. He completes it to Bryant. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
And the Chargers coming out of the field now. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger...
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Jordan Lewis, the rookie out of Michigan.
Hey, let's go. Interception, baby, all day, all day. Here we go.
People trying to say I'm only enemy. Got a cold with my dogs, can't get in between. I can give them life, no more energy. Amen, amen. Spent about 60 on the time, I can't even lie. No way in, no way out, do or die. So on roll, when I roll, must be. Amen, amen. I can't ride Benz, I don't do peace. I beast, I gotta eat. Saber tooth, tiger, diamond tooth teeth. Rockin' right now, won't you come peep? I was outside. The way that shake, leave your mouth wide. You need to say grace for you say thanks. Amen, amen. What's left in my life, don't know what's in store. I've been dealing with these blessings that I can't ignore. Putting up the numbers, we ain't keeping score. Amen, amen. I on the block, my side. Run it in the house for it's 12 o'clock. Yeah, the hood love me, but you gotta watch.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Here we've got two teams who will look to their running backs if they want to control the pace of the game. It's Zeke Elliott's Cowboys going up against David Johnson's Cardinals.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. This fielded at the 2. And he is going to be taken down inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And tough starting field position here. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Stanton. It's caught left side by John Brown. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. John Brown, 77 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Here's Phil Dawson now for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Prescott on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
This Cardinals pass rush in 2016 got home 48 times. That's a pretty good number.
A very good number. Led the league. Is it just because the dudes that they had, or the scheme, or both, or what?
It's always the dudes first, but their scheme, attacking, pressure, they'll continue to pile up the sacks.
Elliott. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
Now Stanton. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jerron Brown from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Dawson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, and
he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Frosty Rucker in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be fourth down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On first and 10, Stanton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. To throw again. Stanton. And fights through one man. Flush to his right. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a third and short, 3rd and 1.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Hassan Reddick coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. On 3rd down, Elliott. And an alley to run. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And he gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Looking to throw, Prescott. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. They get 25 yards out of that one. And that leads to a Dallas first down. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 40 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. Now that gives me a second to give a shout out here, Charles, to Adrian Claiborne. He had 6 sacks against the Cowboys this last week.
Absolutely phenomenal performance. Now we're listing his name next to guys like Osi Umenyiora. Fred Dean was
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dayon Buchanan in there to get him for a loss of 5.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And that takes us from second to third down. Prescott now. Flushed out. Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there. And
the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Demarcus Lawrence in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Off-play action. Stanton under pressure again, and down he goes again. Demarcus Lawrence in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Stanton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stanton, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
All right, here we go.
Looking to throw. Stanton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Running for it. Here's Peterson. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And a little spin cycle, room to run now. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. 34 yards there and a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dez Bryant as the first half is winding down, and the Cowboys draw a bit closer. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the 2nd quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the 2nd half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. To throw is Prescott. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Off the play fake. Stanton. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Jaron Brown, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it. And he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Caught right side, Jaron Brown. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before break. Stanton. Here's a screen to Powell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Prescott escaping the pressure right. And he fires one incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Third down, it's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the... And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about
John Brown. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They give him a gain of 38.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They'll come out in the pistol. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option to run and play out.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
From the gun on third down, Stanton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jaron Brown, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And his kick is right through. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And he's got room. Oh, Zeke with a quick feet. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 79 yards. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Over the middle, Jerron Brown's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. It's a first down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. All right, now, look at 56. Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, look at 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Stanton. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down at the 49. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Shift together here from the D-line.
Over. Watch it now, Barney.
Throwing on 1st down. Stanton. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. John Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Cowboys on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Give them 22 on that one. And the Cowboys are going to get a first down. First down, Prescott. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. The Cowboys on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Prescott from the gun. Complete to Bryant. 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard. Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carlos Dansby in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. Prescott from the gun on third. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Carlos Dansby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
On first down, Stanton. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Tyrone Crawford in there to sack him for a loss of 6. To throw on second down, Stanton. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Prescott to throw this time. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Cowboys. Bryant, the man in motion right. Prescott looks to throw on first. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Josh Morrow in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Now he's forced out right. Bryant with a catch right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. The give is to Elliott. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. They'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now, maybe I'll play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time, don't they?
All the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. First down now, but that clock rolling. They run again on first down. Peterson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here. And a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So 2nd and 10 here. Back to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Oh, a lot of contact right there. No call. Maybe got away with one.
What are you doing questioning the contact on that play? Let them play. And, you know, it's a late-game situation. And I think that probably played into it. The officials, they want to let the players determine it down the stretch.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles.